morning, everyone. Good afternoon, depending on where you are. I am Bianca Collings.
I'm Jared.
I am the head of marketing here at Skipio, and Jared is the head of product. And we are here to give you a quick tip training Tuesday. Today we'll be talking about ringless voicemail, but before we get into that, we talked about a amazing integration we now have with ClickFunnels, and I want to make sure every one of you knows how to use that and where to find that information. So Jared's going to show you in the Success Center, which is your dashboard.
Yeah, right at the top, you've got a brand new article. It even says new, how to get the ClickFunnels integration. We talked about this a few weeks ago, connecting your Skipio account to your ClickFunnels account and then automating messages based on the funnel that they come through. So if anyone wants that, it's on our premium plan. And right there at the top of the Success Center talks just about how to get it and how to get it installed.
Yeah, and we have a training video for you as well that's attached here to all of our Facebook groups and pages. We'll make sure that that's at the top. So let's get going.
But today we're not talking about ClickFunnels.
No, not ClickFunnels today. We're going to talk about ringless voicemail. And I've mentioned this before. It's one of my favorite features. And I could give you 100 use cases of how wonderful it is. But I'm just going to talk about one. This summer, we had a group that was using Skipio to run their city event. And the person that was actually running the parade was running for city council as well. So this individual, right before the parade, like the night before the parade was to go, they left a ringless voicemail for everybody that was involved in the parade. So it was very clear. It was nice to hear this person's voice telling them, and each person that received this text or this voicemail thought it was sent just to them. The really neat thing was after the parade, they went ahead and sent another one, thanking them, telling them how much they appreciated, what a great event it was. And again, each recipient thought that this voicemail was left unique and is really just for them. Really cool thing. A couple months later, this person did win a seat on city council. It is so important for us to get up close and personal. And this is a very valuable tool that should not be misused. But when used correctly, it is a very powerful communication tool in your arsenal. And we are one of the only companies that offers you that automated business conversational texting and ringless voicemail. It's a very unique feature, and we want to make sure you know you have access to it and how to use it. So Jared's going to show you how to use it.
So let's go ahead. We're going to jump right into the Skipio account that we were just in, and we're going to show you how to access these ringless voicemails, how to record them, and then how to use them in your messaging, either send them one off or to add them to a campaign. And just like Bianca mentioned, this is just another tool to allow you to stay in front of your people. A lot of people are busy. Maybe they're not answering your calls, but you still want to let them know that you're thinking about them. And this ringless voicemail is a great way to do that. So when you're in your Skipio account, you're going to access your ringless voicemails by clicking up here in the top right corner and then choosing ringless voicemail. Okay, we say ringless. Really depends on the carrier if it's totally 100% ringless or not. Some will ring once and hang up. Some will bypass the ringer completely. But at the end of the day, it's going to leave a message for them as if you called and left a message. Unfortunately, if their mailbox is full or they haven't set their mailbox up yet, just like you wouldn't be able to leave a message. They're not going to get it. Yeah, you're not going to be able to leave one of these either.
It's not foolproof. They have to have done their part on their end to make sure the voicemail is working.
Yeah.
But I want to just add really quick too, we talk about a tool in our arsenal. This is a way to scale yourself. I mean, because we're talking about that city council candidate, there's no way that they had time to call 100 people and leave 100 voicemail, but that's the way it was received. So again, when we're talking about one-to-many and scaling, this is an amazing way to do it.
Yeah, so you're going to go ahead and click on up again here, then ringless voicemail. It's going to take you to this page, and this is where you actually add your recordings. You're going to record your voicemail here, and don't be shy if it takes you a couple of times to record that voicemail. It's totally normal. You want to get it perfect.
But I found sometimes the very first time you do it is the most real. You don't want it to sound too perfect, and Jared will talk about that. You want to sound as if you were really leaving that voicemail. And if you make it too perfect, it sounds automated,
it sounds fake,
like a robot. And that's what we're definitely going against.
Don't avoid that. So it's going to ask you if Skipio can access your microphone and your camera. You don't actually need the camera for the voicemail, but when you want to record videos, we can talk about that on a different training. You want to definitely give access to that. Go ahead and hit allow. If you have headphones, we're not using headphones for this. If you have headphones, sometimes that helps because your your microphone on your computer is a little bit further away than your cell phone when you're leaving a message. But for today, for our purposes, we're just going to use the computer and record it because that will work great also. And then the last piece of advice that we have before we jump into this, don't say a name and don't say you guys. Imagine that you are just leaving this to one person but are not saying their name. So I'm going to think about what I would say to Bianca if she was a brand new lead. And that's how I'm going to record my voicemail. So, hey, this is Jared from Skipio. I just wanted to reach out. I'm sorry that I missed you. I sent you a text message as well, but feel free, give me a call back. I'd love to get you set up on your new Skipio account. My number is 385-240-3685. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Have a great one. So I've got that recorded. It's not too long. It's not too short. I'm going to go ahead and click this upload button. I put my Skipio number in there. And you'll forgive me, I said a different number than this number. I said my actual Skipio number instead of my demo number. But you put that in there so they can give you a call back. Because even if they don't listen to this voicemail all the way through, the number is going to save on their phone or save into their voicemail box that it was your Skipio number. And we'll talk about call forwarding here in just a minute because that's a big part of this. I'm going to name this. I'm going to call this a lead, a new lead voicemail. And name it something that you can remember because when you pull it up later, and I'll show you that in just a second, it's just going to show them by their name. I'm going to go ahead and save that. It's going to come to this side. It will process for just a minute, and you'll get a nice notification at the bottom that was processed successfully. 17 seconds, fairly small, should work on any phone that we're sending it to if they've got their voicemail set up. And now let's use it. So you can use this in a couple of places inside the app. The first is when you're composing a brand new message. Let me go ahead and send one to Bianca right now. I'm going to choose Bianca. I hope you're all liking the new composer, by the way. We love it.
So fun.
This button right here gives you access to your Ringless voicemails. So I'll go ahead and click on that. And sure enough, there's my new lead voicemail. It's going to load up here. You can listen to it if you want, if you can't remember
what you said.
Yeah, I don't like to listen to myself talk, so I'm going to bypass that. And I can send this right away, or a great part of this is you can actually schedule this to go anytime that you want.
So if you know your event is on Saturday and you want to remind everybody on Friday night to please come.
Yep.
Record it anytime that week, schedule it for Friday night.
So I'm going to schedule this just for a few minutes in the future. So Bianca, while we're on this training, she can show you what it looks like when it comes through. And there we go. I scheduled a Ringless voicemail to go to Bianca in just a few minutes. So that's one place to do it. Another place that you can do it is actually in the message center itself. So let me send myself a voicemail. When you're in the message thread and composing a message, it's down here on the bottom left-hand corner. You've got this microphone option. You click on that, and you have the option to the options to manage your Ringless voicemails or to send one that you've already recorded. And I'll just put that right in there. Again, I can send it right away, or I can schedule it for the future, and it will pull it right up into here again. And again, I'm just scheduling this message for any time in the future. In fact, why don't I schedule this one for tomorrow?
Sarah, let me ask you a couple of questions. How many Ringless voicemails can you send at one time? I mean, one Ringless voicemail, how many contacts can I send this
great
voicemail
question.
to?
So you can send it to, I would not ever send a Ringless voicemail to more than like 30 people at a time.
Okay.
I would want to do them in separate because
batches.
Yes, I would do it in separate batches because it's a feature that gets engagement. And you don't want people to, don't want 100 people to get a voicemail and then have 100 people try and call you right at that moment.
Okay.
You're going to feel super overwhelmed because they will get this and they will, because it makes it, I mean, right on our phone, it's so easy just to call back the person that just left us a voicemail. And so you definitely don't want to send. 30 is probably, at least in my mind,
for
is a good
engagement
number.
30. Okay, so what if I'm just sending a reminder and it's not necessarily a voicemail that elicits a response?
Yeah, that's a great question.
How many can I send then?
And that's going to be dependent on the plan that you are on.
Okay.
And so we'll show that here in just a minute, the plans and the Ringless voicemail limits for each plan.
Awesome.
But it will be plenty for you. I promise that. So I'm going to schedule this message for tomorrow. Sure enough, I've got my message scheduled. And the last place you can do this is actually inside of your campaigns as well. And so in my voicemail, I said that I had texted Bianca. And so I'm going to go to my 6-week challenge campaign. We built this a few weeks ago. I'm going to add a message here between message 1 and 2. And I'm actually going to add a voicemail message rather than adding a text message. And I want this voicemail to go out 15 minutes after the prior message. And I'm going to call it first voicemail. If I can spell. And I'll save this campaign. And so now anyone who gets added to this campaign gets this message 1 minute later. And then 15 minutes later, they get this voicemail. Okay, and we talked about campaign rules a few weeks ago as well. If they responded between these messages, they won't get the voicemail. And if they don't, they will get the voicemail. And we found that this is a great way to get people to engage. Even if they don't call you back, they will text back because they got a text from you and then a call. So
we have a great case study that we'll go ahead and put the link in our comments about one of our clients. I think it's 2 texts and a voicemail. It's Carlos. He made quite a bit of revenue off of this particular feature. And I'd love for you to see how he did that. So we'll go ahead and link that story into the comment section.
Here, as soon as we're done. So what if they do want to call you back? And we weren't planning on talking about this, so we're going to go quick for this part of it. You actually can set up your call forwarding number right here inside of your profile. 3685. 385-240-3685. If they call this number, my Skipio number, it will automatically forward to this number. And so I'll get all those calls. Also, you can link it to your voicemail box. You can send it to your desk phone if you want. It just makes it an easy way for people to get a hold of you.
We should go over that just one more time really quick because that's really important. A lot of people don't know that you can forward the phone number. So you go to my profile and then scroll down just to your call forwarding number and pop that in and then make sure you save the changes. But
it's awesome.
I mean, it's awesome, but it's something again that I know has been overlooked. People don't know that they can do that, so that when people call you, it will ring to your actual phone.
Yep. And on the flip side of that, let's say you're a business owner, you're busy. Maybe you don't want to get calls at a certain time. You can change this at any time and change it back. You can also update it from the mobile app as well, from your settings. And so again, we want you to know that you have access to that feature. So for many of you that are on free accounts, we're going to show you how to upgrade your account so you can have access to this feature because this is a paid feature. And so let's go ahead and jump to my freemium account here. And it is, sorry, I've got lots of tabs open.
Windows.
All right. So I've got my freemium account here. Ready to upgrade? You want to go ahead and click See Plans. That's one way to do it. Another way to do it, you can actually just click here and upgrade account. When you click on the Ringless voicemail inside of your freemium account, it's going to take you to an article in the Success Center that talks about
Ringless voicemail, but it will prompt you to go ahead and upgrade because this is not one of our free features.
Yeah. It's a little bit more expensive feature than just the text messaging. So then it's going to take you to this page. And it will show you what you get access to. And as we scroll down here, we've got voicemails, Ringless voicemail included. And you get 100 contacts per Ringless voicemail. So you can send up to 100 at a time to this group of people. And again, like Bianca mentioned, if you want to send on a Friday night or after an event, that should be plenty to let people know that you're thinking about them, that you care about them. Looks like Bianca's is coming through here in just a minute.
Yeah, waiting for my voicemail.
Yep. And so again, this is how you upgrade. You just click right here.
Enter information, click purchase.
And you're good to go. It's not going to change your number. It's not going to change your login. It's not going to do anything. You're going to have access to all these amazing features. So let's take a step back and review everything that we talked about today. The first thing that we talked about inside the Success Center, we've got a brand new ClickFunnels integration. It's been released to the whole world now. For those of you who saw it on Facebook, you saw it first. Okay. Then we talked about Ringless voicemail and how to record a Ringless voicemail. And I did that from our demo account. So let me slide over and grab that guy. And we recorded it by clicking up here and then clicking Ringless voicemail. and we recorded a new lead voicemail. It was 17 seconds long. Hey, this is Jared from Skipio. Just wanted to reach out. I'm sorry that I missed you. I sent you a text message as well, but feel free, give me a call back. I'd love to get you set up on your new Skipio account. My number is 385-240-3685. Can't wait to talk to you soon. Have a great one. All right. Then we added it to, playing it again. Sorry. I actually don't even know if you can hear that. We added it to a message by just sending a message and clicking this guy down here where we manage our ringless voicemails. We can do it from the message center as well. And then we also added it to a campaign. We did it to our 6-week challenge campaign. And you'll notice that this is a voicemail. It's different than our text message first message here. We saved it, and then we scheduled one for Bianca. Yep. This one's coming a little bit delayed, so
it's coming in.
Sorry about that. This is live.
So, and just a reminder that to get this feature, you do need to upgrade, and you can do that right inside of your app. And the last thing I want to talk about, if there's something you would like training on, send us a note in the comments and we will make sure that we do that. Every training that we've done thus far has been from our audience telling us these are the features that we're interested in. This is what we want to know. How do we want to know how to use it? So we read everything you say. Please send us a comment. We'll make sure you get the training that you need.
Yep, and we'll see you next week.
All right, see you next week.